Hey, good morning, Kirby world. We are positive. Welcome to another edition of our year-end growth workshop where we meet every T-Day, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. and noon Eastern time to talk about Kirby Life, give away Kirby swag like these beautiful Kirby Life Rewards Program mugs, iPhone 13 Pro Max, and we gave away a whole bunch, 50 as a matter of fact, autographed footballs, just a few weeks ago, right? So I'm here with my good friend, Randy McCreary. Randy, could you do us a favor and talk a little bit about Kirby Life? Sure, John. Let's talk about Kirby Life. Here's how the Kirby Life program works. When you bring in a Kirby Life recruit, when that person sells one Kirby or their first Kirby, you're going to grab $100. Some distributors are offering a little more for the holidays, but you're going to grab at least $100 bill when that Kirby Life recruit sells their first Kirby. When that Kirby Life recruit sells 6, you're going to be awarded a free Kirby that you can go out and do one of 3 things with. You could keep it, you can give it to someone you love, or you can sell it. If you decide to sell it, you'll get all the proceeds minus the sales tax, minus what the finance company keeps. So let's be realistic. You sell that thing for somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000. That's going to be a nice bonus for you, and you're going to get yourself a nice big paycheck. Right, John? Right, Randy? You're doing a nice job there, Randy. Did you notice Randy has more hair than usual? Just kidding. Okay, but anyways, FDs and DTs get to play Kirby Life too. So how does that work? When a Kirby Life recruit sells their 6th machine, take a photo of the sponsor and the recruit in front of a free Kirby, or that recruit getting that big, or that sponsor getting that big $2,000 payday check, and send that to marketing@kirby.com. Every time you send one of those to marketing@kirby.com, you will be entered into a drawing that takes place every single month for 12 free Kirbys. FDs and DTs can qualify to win those 12 free Kirbys. And every time you get a recruit that sells 6, take that photo, send it in, because you can have as many names in the hat as you have Kirby Life recruits that sell 6 machines and get that free Kirby, right? So make sure that you're in that drawing. Then on top of that, when a Kirby Life recruit sells 15 in a month, that distributor is going to grab 10 bonus points towards the Achieve and Succeed Kirby Inventory Campaign, where the Kirby company is going to give away 480 Kirbys to some hardworking, smart working Kirby distributors. There's nothing like free Kirbys, right, Randy? You all right, buddy? Right, John. Okay. So now with that being said, we did have some people qualify for the Kirby Life mugs, and we'd like to quickly rattle off those names. And also, don't forget, today we have to give away this iPhone 13 Pro Max. We're going to announce the winner today. But getting themselves a Kirby Life mug from the Pinnacle Division, David Bradfeud's office, Mr. Eric Burke brought in Jamie Burke. In the Can-Am division, out of Mark Lazzaro's organization, Deidre Ziegler, about to become a distributor trainee. She brought in Daniel Levinson. And here's the best part about that. When you open your own office, all the Kirby Life recruits that you brought into Kirby go with you when you open your office. So it sounds like Deidre's doing a little work before she opens up and getting some Kirby Life recruits in there. Then all of a sudden you could have a trained recruiter, trained team leader, trained dealers. It's just going to make it so much easier to hit the ground running when you become a distributor trainee and open your own business, right? From Pierre Jean-Guille's organization, and also in the Can-Am division, it looks like Robert Gallagher brought in Micah Ndunga, and I probably butchered those names, but those people will be getting a Kirby Life Rewards Program mug. And look at these things are big. You can fit a lot of stuff. You can fill it half with coffee, half with Bailey's. It turns out delicious. I'm not advocating putting Bailey's in there, but well, it is what it is. But look at today, our special guest. It's my pleasure and privilege to introduce this gentleman. I've known him for probably as long as he's been in Kirby, or pretty close to it. But Larry Shy, Kirby consultant, started in Kirby in 1992 when he was 19 years old. Larry was promoted to a distributor trainee in 1995 and had a high month of 123 sales, making him the number 5 DT in the world that year. Larry was promoted to an FD in 1996 and had a BMIB of 309 sales, positive. He's run a team 5 separate times, selling over 200 each time, with a high month of 278 team leader sales. And look, as a consultant, I had the pleasure of meeting up with Larry when he was having some of those big months, and it was just a lot of fun. Really Kirby correct. They sold them right. It was just a good deal all the way around. Larry's promoted 7 FDs on the road to success and is his own distributor in Kirby. And Larry was promoted in 2019 to North American field staff and is in charge of dealer and distributor development. Without any further ado, let's turn it over to Mr. Larry Shy. Take it away, Larry.
Hey, thank you, my good friend, John Padano. I appreciate that, sir. Good morning, good afternoon, and heck, we don't know where some of you are. It might even be evening, okay? Hello, Kirby world. Today, I am speaking about Kirby Life opportunity. And as if John and Randy haven't been hitting that for 2 weeks or 3 weeks already. So we're going to have some fun, though. We're going to cover some stuff here. So today, what I want to do is I'd like to cover the what, the why, the who, the where, the when, and the how of Kirby Life. You'll see me looking up because I've got all my notes in front of me on my other computer, so I'm not looking away from y'all. But I really do want to dig deep into this subject because I'm a very big believer of the Kirby Life program. I am a Kirby Life recruit. My friend brought me into the business, and believe me, I mean, I think many, many times what would have happened if he would not have brought me in, and he wasn't in the business all that long when he brought me in. And it's a good thing that he didn't take the attitude of, well, let me wait and see how I do first, and then maybe I'll bring Larry in. Because had that happened, I may not be here today. And I'd like to think that I've touched an awful lot of lives in this business, and I wouldn't have been able to do that either. So don't wait to bring somebody in because they may end up doing better than you. And who are you or I to play God and to determine who can or cannot? Because everybody can. Okay, if you ask me, Larry, I want you to go dunk a basketball right now, I physically cannot do that. I physically cannot dunk a basketball unless you lower the rim. However, I can teach anybody that is willing to learn and apply how to sell a Kirby and do the Kirby business with a good attitude, but it can be done. Okay, so really it's your job to lead them to the water. It's up to them to run with it or not. So the first thing is, as John Padano, the great John Padano, a very good friend of mine, has alluded to, and we all know, the Kirby Life program is when you bring somebody into the business, and we know, as he already said, when they generate their first order, regardless of when it happens, the sponsoring dealer gets a $100 bill as a thank you, okay? And then when that dealer goes on, when that Kirby Life recruit goes on to sell number 6, you get a free Kirby. Now, I'm going to tell you something. What do you do with the free Kirby? A lot of people, heck, most people will probably tell you to sell it, and I'll tell you to sell it. That's fine too. But there's no limit to how many Kirby Life recruits you can bring in. And at some point, whether it's on your first one or your second or third one, I believe you should keep the Kirby. I believe everybody should own their product. I think you just do a better demo. I think you do a different demo when you own the product at home. I think when you're in front of a customer and you get objections, I think they just don't hit you as hard. It's a little strange if I show up to the Toyota dealership and my salesman's driving a Ford. Okay, it just doesn't really make sense. Everybody, I'm a firm believer, everybody should own their product. So if you need the money, sell the first one, bring in another Kirby Life recruit, keep the second one. Okay, the why. First and foremost, why should we Kirby recruit? Because you wear the jersey for that team. You play for that team, and you're only going to help strengthen your team because you're surrounding yourself with winners. And I'm not saying that if you have people that didn't come into the business on a Kirby Life program that they're not a winner. I'm not saying that, okay? But I am saying that Kirby Life recruits are winners, okay? It's a winner for them. It's a winner for you. The team benefits, so do you. It allows your team to grow through more first-round draft picks. You know, the NFL, everybody wants as many first-round draft picks as they can. And that's really my equivalent to a Kirby Life recruit. It's a first-round draft pick. And again, it's not that you can't get a good recruit, you know, further rounds down the line. But we all know the importance of a first-round draft pick, okay? Has anybody out there ever watched a movie and you don't know any of the actors in the movie? It takes a little while to get into the movie if you even are able to get into it at all. Why do you think they pay some of these big Hollywood names to do movies? Because they know it's going to draw you in because your favorite actor or a very well-known actor is in the movie, and you can really find yourself getting into that movie in the first 10 seconds when they show their face on the screen. You don't even know what the movie's about. You don't know the plot. You don't know the story. You don't know how it's going to end. You don't know anything. It could be the worst movie ever, but it's not quite as bad when you know and love the actor in the movie. It's kind of the equivalent of a Kirby Life recruit, right? It's like a cold call versus a referral. We all know, I'm not saying some of you are like, wait a minute, are you calling me a cold call? I wasn't brought in the Kirby Life program. Are you calling me a cold call? Well, we sell cold calls too. Okay, there's nothing wrong with a cold call, but the reality is we know it's more cost effective, more time effective, and better results when we work referrals versus cold calls. And it's the same thing with recruiting. Okay, we want to take that same philosophy, and all of us are recruiters. You know, if we all took the approach, for example, we went into a customer's home, everybody knows somebody. Everybody knows somebody. Okay, whether it's their own son or daughter that needs a job or is looking for a better opportunity, or it's their neighbor that they happen to know, or their nephew they had dinner with the night before, or it's them personally. Everybody knows somebody. And you think about how many people we get in front of on an everyday basis. And for us to not drop the Kirby Life pitch in every single home we go into, regardless if they purchase from us or not, to me is ludicrous. It's absolute. It's almost as if we're doing a demo and never making an offer. What's the point of the demo? Why would we not take advantage of the opportunity of being inside of a customer's house? And while we're in the pursuit of making a sale for our product, also pitching Kirby Life. It just doesn't make sense to not take advantage of that opportunity. Okay. And as John already said, you know, look, if you send in your photo to marketing.com for every Kirby Life that hits 6, you know, you're going to get into a drawing for 12 free Kirbys. I don't think Ford Motor Company is giving away free cars. I don't think Domino's Pizza is giving away free pizzas. I don't think these companies are doing that. The Kirby's company is giving away 480 free Kirbys, for God's sakes. We're in the best business in the world. Tons of support, tons of motivation, tons of contests, tons of recognition, tons of money, tons of opportunity for advancement. What more do we want? We take for granted. Don't take advantage of the Kirby opportunity. Take advantage of the Kirby opportunity, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, and your Kirby Life recruit goes with you when you open. It's a fantastic deal. So let me ask everybody out there in the Kirby world, who has the best cost on a Kirby? And some of you that are maybe newer in the business, working for a distributor trainee, you may say, well, it's my DT. They have a better cost than I do. And that's true. The DT does have a better cost than you do. But their factory distributor that provides the product to the DT theoretically has a better cost than even the distributor trainee does. So you might say, well, Larry, it makes sense. That's true. Then the factory distributor has the best cost on the Kirby. But then I would come back and say, well, what about the factory? The factory actually makes the Kirbys, right? The company, they got to buy them and they're going to sell them to the factory distributors. They have to make a profit. Yes. Okay. So then when you put it like that, Larry, then I guess the factory would have the best cost on the Kirby. Okay. But there's actually somebody out there that actually has a better cost than even the factory. And that's you out there, because you can't beat free. And when you go out and you bring a Kirby Life recruit in and they hit that number 6 and you earn a free one to go out and sell that next one and keep all the money, even the factory can't match free. So when you look at it, the dealers out there, anybody, any of you in any position, you bring a Kirby Life recruit in, you have the opportunity to truly have the best cost. So who and where? Who and where? How about personal friends? Bring in personal friends, bring in family members. We all should be advertising on social media. to our friends on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever else you are. I don't care. Just you should be putting it out there. You can't catch a fish if your hook's not in the water. It's fun to work with people you know. It's gratifying to know that you're changing somebody's quality of living and their life. These are good feelings. Restaurants, recruiting waiters, waitresses, anybody, okay, the host, gas stations. All right, it's fantastic. I have somebody, one of my promotees on here. I saw him, Nadell Hamden. He was working in the gas station. We recruited him out of the gas station. He was sharp enough to own that gas station. He owns the Kirby franchise today. Okay, any event you're at, car washes, malls, and again, as I already said, in customers' homes. You see the deal, the customer's son, he's got his Burger King outfit on. He's on his way out the door to go to work. Stop him. Say, hey, before you got that door to the opportunity, let me tell you about our opportunity. All right. Whatever it is, take advantage of talk. That's what I was saying. Put pitching Kirby Life before even selling the Kirby. Selling the Kirby can kind of happen without a whole lot of involvement. I mean, don't twist my words. You know what I'm saying. We need to be involved in the demo, but you're not going to Kirby Life recruit without involvement. You could kind of sell a Kirby without as much involvement, but you really need to have that laser-like focus to really Kirby Life recruit. It's not going to just happen on its own. You need to be involved in that. So why don't we put Kirby Life recruiting first and selling second? Because selling is just going to happen naturally anyway. Okay, it's very, very important. Everybody should wear a Kirby Life button. I can't tell you how many times with my Kirby Life buttons, and you see my tie today is a Kirby Life tie made of buttons, but at least one button. You know how many times I've been in a restaurant and a waiter or waitress will ask me, what's the Kirby Life program? Before I have a chance to even pitch them, they're asking me to pitch them because the button sparked it. The button started it. Okay, it's a reminder for me and it provokes conversation from them. That's what this does. Wear the Kirby Life button. And I want to tell you, everybody should have a gold K on. These silver Ks should be embarrassing. Unless you're brand new, all you need to do is bring in one person that sells the first 12 Kirby's, and all your awards as the sponsoring dealer turn to gold forever. You shouldn't have anything silver. Get a person in here and turn your awards to gold. It should be embarrassing to have anything silver. Get to gold. How about the when and the how? So this is the fun part, okay? This is the fun part, when and how. I want to paint an example, as many of you have already heard me do, of how I can give you the idea of how to give yourself a very realistic and potential raise every year of $78,000. And I mean, I could paint the picture for more. I'm just being extremely reasonable right now. Who out there in the Kirby world would like to earn, on top of whatever you're currently doing right now, an extra $78,000 a year? Would you like to give yourself almost an extra $80,000 raise? Okay, there's two things you need to do. And I'm going to tell you one of them in a little bit, but I'm going to tell you one of them now. The first thing you need to do is you need to pitch one person every single day. No matter what, you've got to pitch one person, whether you know them or whether you don't know them. Okay, you got to pitch one person every single day, Monday through Saturday. I'll give you Sunday off. God forbid you should do it on Sunday because it would only paint the picture for more money. But I'm going to say Monday through Saturday, 6 days a week, you got to pitch one person every single day. Now, if you don't do this that way, it's not going to work that way. You might grab somebody here and there, but it's not going to work to $78,000 like I'm going to paint the picture for. It's like a diet. If you diet today, but you eat whatever you want tomorrow, you're not on a diet. Okay, you've got to do it every day so it starts to fill the reservoir. Okay, so pitch one person every single day. Now we're going to go with the example of on the first order from your Kirby Life recruit, you're going to get the $100. Okay, and if your distributor's paying more, good for you, smart on them. Okay, but we're going to go with the $100. And we're going to say, just as an example, that when your Kirby Life recruit hits number 6, that you're going to go out and sell the next one for $1,400. I know you could sell it for more. I'm very well aware of that. Okay. Again, I'm just being very realistic here. So if you take the $1,400 and you take the $100 on the first one, it's a total of $1,500 as an example, and a very realistic, safe example. Okay. That Kirby Life recruit is worth to you. Okay. Now I'm going to base this on people that you do not know. So if you pitch, and this is what the statistics show, if you pitch one person per each day, just one person, okay, Monday through Saturday, God forbid you do it Sunday, okay, that's 6 days per week, 1 out of every 3 that you pitch will start. Those are the numbers. I'm not making them up. 1 out of 3 will start. Okay. So if you pitch 6 people per week and 1 out of 3 will start, that means 2 people per week will start. Now, this is based on people that you do not know. This is not based on people you know. I'm talking about strangers right now. Okay. That's 2 per week that will start. Now, the statistics go on to say that out of that, 50% of those will go on to sell at least number 6. Well, 50% of 2 is 1. If you have 1 person per week, because you pitch 1 person per day, Monday through Saturday, God forbid you do it on Sunday, God forbid you pitch more than 1 person a day, God forbid you sell it for more than $1,400. I'm being so realistic right now. Okay. That person is worth $1,500. Remember, we talked about that once per week times 52 weeks in a year is $78,000 a year. Very, very realistic. And by the way, if you know the person, it's your brother, it's your cousin, it's your spouse's relative, it's your neighbor, it's somebody you used to work with, it's somebody you play in a band with, it's whatever, somebody you went to school with, somebody you played in sports with, it could be somebody you were in the theater with. It doesn't matter. If it's somebody that you know, that you have a personal relationship with, 99% of the time, they will go on to sell the 6 or more. 99%, drastically different than the statistics show of somebody that you do not know. But if you're going to do this on a regular basis to give yourself a very realistic $78,000 potential raise per year, you're going to have to start just getting in the habit of pitching anybody and everybody that gets in front of you. And when you're really doing it correctly, you're going to pitch in every home. Because again, why in the world would you not pitch in every, do you know anybody looking for work right now? I mean, come on. We've got to start pitching everywhere, putting Kirby Life first and everything else second. It doesn't mean whatever second is not important because it's right behind first. Okay. Now, I told you there's 2 things you have to do. You have to pitch 1 person every single day minimum. That's the program. Okay. And the other is you have to get their phone number. Okay. It's not good enough to give them just your number. It doesn't work nearly the same. You have to get their number. Now, in wrapping up my talk, let's say that it's somebody that you know. How do you bring them in? Well, if it's somebody that you know, it's not a tough deal. I mean, take one of your top paychecks and just show it to them and go, follow me. Okay. And bring them in to meet the boss. Bring them in for a morning meeting. Let the boss know, let your distributor know, hey, I'm bringing, my brother's best friend, Johnny, in. He's going to join us for the morning meeting. And I'd like you to sit down and talk to him afterwards. Okay. I mean, that's not a hard thing to get somebody that you know into the business. If it's somebody that you do not know, let's just as an example, say it's the waiter. I'm having dinner. It's the waiter or the waitress. And, they're going to be Kirby Life recruited. Well, here's what I would do. Number 1, in that example, don't do it right off the rip. Okay. Wait till the end of the meal. So you had time to correspond back and forth, crack a few jokes and feel like you're kind of getting to know them a little bit. All right. So that way, when you do this towards the end of the meal, it's more effective. I've sat down with people where they try to Kirby Life a waiter or waitress right off the rip. You haven't even gotten to know them yet. So it's not as if you're portraying the idea that you're using your judgment, that you're impressed by them. And no, you haven't been impressed by them because you just met them. So it's fake. Okay. You have to wait till the end of the meal. And then I would just look at them and I would just say, it's a pitch. It's 30-second pitch, not even that. Hey, you're really good at what you do. Thank you. You did a great job today. Oh, well, thank you very much. Do you have any management experience? No, I really don't. Well, you could have fooled me. I would have thought you did by the way you carry yourself. The company that I work with, we're growing. They're currently adding on some sharp people. And I think you could be a great fit. I don't know what kind of money you're currently making, but I know that most of our positions started around $750 per week. And, many are over $1,000 per week, just depending. I couldn't guarantee you a job, but I could definitely guarantee you an interview. You should write down your name and number for me, and I'll write down my name and number for you, and we'll bring in for an interview. And if the money makes sense, you'll have a decision to make. Write down your name and number. Now that's the pitch. It's 20 seconds. Okay. You do that, and 1 out of 3 will start. You do it 6 days a week. That's 2 per week that will start. 50% of them will go on and hit 6. That's 1 per week. That pitch, literally, if you don't know them versus if you do know them, it's 99% of the time, drastically the odds are in your favor. It's worth $1,500 to you. It's worth $78,000 a year in a raise to you just for Kirby Life pitching once a day. That pitch is easy. Now, you might ask, well, Larry, what do I do if they say, hey, what kind of business is it? It's real simple. I just simply respond with, we deal with the Kirby line of products. And then I continue right wherever I left off in the pitch. If they interrupt me, okay, and they say, what business is it? Just simply say, we deal with the Kirby line of products. And you're a really sharp person, and I think you could do really well at this. I don't know what kind of money and you just keep going with the pitch as if you don't miss a beat. And I can't tell you how many times a waiter or a waitress has come back to me with their name, okay, their phone number, and their email address. And I didn't ask for their email address, and they gave me the email address. Everybody is in the market to earn more money. I'll prove it to you right now. How many of you would like to work right now, leave the Kirby business, and go work on the back of a garbage truck? None of you. But I could buy every single one of you. Because what if I could guarantee you $10 million to ride around the back of the garbage truck? Well, some of you would say, well, for $10 million, I'd eat the garbage. Okay, so then you're all buyable. You're all purchasable. Okay, well, the reality is that unless you're going to the NFL, which that I'm not doing that, the NBA, I can't jump, okay, or Hollywood, that ship has sailed. Kirby's the best gig in town, baby. There ain't nothing better. Look at all the millionaires that you're seeing in our business. There is no other business that you will go into and see more people that started just like you and me, broke as a joke, okay, that have turned themselves using this platform, this product, this structure, this opportunity into multi-millionaires. See, we're the train and Kirby is the track. And you can be the best, most productive, most powerful train locomotive in the world. But if you don't align yourself on the right track, you'll never get to where you want to go, where you're capable of going. Kirby's going to give you that opportunity to do so. The Kirby Life program is just one of many avenues to make extra income in this business. There's so many different vessels. There's so many different ways to make money in our business. It's the best business in the world. And if you trust me and you trust my word and you know me and you respect me, then you should recognize the fact that, look, I've been in this business almost 30 years and I ain't going anywhere. Okay. And if there was something better, don't you think I'd be doing it? There's nothing better. Let yourselves be sold. Let yourselves be sold. Don't drink the Kool-Aid, guzzle it. Okay. With that, I hope everybody is going to Kirby Life Recruit at least once per day and get their phone number. Do those two things. I wish everybody a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. God bless you all. Mr.
Great
Padano.
job, Larry Scheid, the Kirby guy. That was fantastic. And one of the biggest shocks for me, Larry, is that you can't dunk. I thought for sure you could dunk the ball in basketball. I'm really a little taken back by that. But, you know, the truth is the truth, right? Randy, what did you think of Larry's talk today? Randy. Oh, sorry, Randy. But anyways, I like to joke around, have fun, but we have a winner of an iPhone Pro Max, and I'd like to announce the winner. The winner is from the Liberty Division, and I see they might even be on today, which is pretty exciting. Out of Al Archie's organization, Alyssa Cow is the winner. Is she on today, Al? Is she there?
She's out in the field. They're listening on the van.
Okay, fantastic. Well, she's the winner of the iPhone Pro Max. Now, you're probably thinking, why are we meeting next Tuesday and next Thursday all the way till January 6th? And here's why. Because we're going to continue to give away these Kirby Life mugs. Simply invite one person, share the Kirby opportunity like Larry was talking, friends, family, relatives, customers, anybody that you happen to run into or talk to. When you share the Kirby opportunity with them and they come into an orientation, just by getting them into the orientation, you're going to win or get and receive a Kirby Life Rewards Program mug. And it's like a nice big mug, holds a lot of coffee. It's fantastic. You'll get one of those. And when you sponsor two people and get two people into an orientation or bring them into Kirby, guess what? Your name's going to go in the hat, and we're going to give away another iPhone Pro Max, the second iPhone Pro Max and the fourth iPhone 13 that we're giving away on this little deal. And that's going to run until January 6th. We're going to announce the winner of the last iPhone Pro Max on January 6th. So you've got a couple weeks to get those Kirby Life recruits, get them in there for the new year, We will announce the winner then. And I think that's it. Randy, anything you want to add? No, John, that was just fantastic. We really appreciate it. You did a great job. Okay. With that being said, have a great day today. Let's sell a whole bunch of Kirby's. Have fun. We are Randy Positive. Okay. Thanks, Randy.